don't fuck up.
There we go.
Unless you
Now he trying to be
unless you could take it
mature.
to the grave.
Right.
If you ain't, if you ain't the
That's
type,
the cue I know.
Yeah, if you ain't the type to plot out some shit and get away with the murder, then don't be killing niggas.
So, ladies, y'all got to the grave moments?
No.
One time. Okay, we're gonna lie all day. Then.
I'm asking them specific questions. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm dead serious. The one time I really thought I was about to take something, it came to light, and that's why from that point on, I was just like, I'm just gonna be forthcoming.
I'm not good at this.
I respect it.
Seriously,
I like
that wasn't good for
though.
me.
So you said you're gonna be forthcoming because I feel like a lot of women feel like it's not necessary if it's not presented. So you would just come out and say it.
I can't hold water. It's bad.
I like to believe it, but it just all right. So what about when you're scared?
Like it's so,
no smut.
Like the bluntness, and I'm already a blunt and honest person. She'll tell you, but especially in like relationships with men, like I'm very real about reality, right? Like I'm a single mom. Like I know what that means for me in the dating world, just a bunch of stuff.
Right.
I'm very much aware of who I am and what's going on in the world. So like we ain't got time for all that.
I respect that. What about you, Rhonda?
Okay.
Rhonda to the grave. I can tell that right now.
Rhonda got secrets.
Yeah, no way.
In my younger days,
like last week.
sure,
Like
no,
last week.
for sure.
Define younger.
I'm not
I was younger 10 minutes ago.
Thing in my younger days, and if you know, then I'll just start the lie. But as I get older, yeah, I'm just saying it, and I don't care. And I try not to do. As I got older, I don't do anything that I don't want done to me.
For sure.
I don't. It's nothing for me to hide.
And for me, I would say I don't do anything that I'm not willing to stand on if I had to stand on it.
Right.
And I feel like that shapes a lot of my decisions because if we just think of the long-term ramifications from every factor, like especially being a man, is like I cheat on my girl, it don't just affect her, it affects me, but it also affects my children. And it's like it's not about if a person stays, it's about what happens to that person when they stay. So for me, it's like, nah, thinking long term, it don't make sense. And if you can look at these things like an investment, which they are, why would you stake all of your future on?
That's how I feel.
You know what I mean?
It's easy to break trust. It's so hard to gain it back. So why, once you do that, then like you said, with that communication, depending on the type of person that you're dealing with, why would I just want to have a life full of stress like that? Like, if I'm going to be with you, I'm going to be with you. And I'm going to communicate until we can't communicate no more. And then if we're not meant to be, then we're not meant to be. But I don't want, like you said, I don't want to do nothing if I can't stand on it. But as well, I don't feel like that stress that comes behind.
I respect that. So this is a question I'll ask the ladies, and you can feel free to add to it. Is what about when men have to deal with the lack of trust from your prior experiences being projected onto us?
So I'm currently dealing with that kind of situation now. And I right my wrongs. So if I do something, I take accountability for it, and I'll may lash out or be overly emotional.
She spoke the word. Accountability.
Yeah, because it's the truth.
Oh, you still a believer?
I want to hear. I can't wait to dissect her definition. Let her land her point.
So more so like this. Like, so say if my friend does something to me, and all right, for an example, he could be on the phone in the other room. It could be a woman. And because of me getting cheated on before, I automatically think either he's doing something or whatever the situation is. I either can act out on it and like have all these insecurities, or I can simply just ask a question. Or if I make it a big deal or something that you did wrong and I feel some type of way about it, even though I know it wasn't you, I then go back and say, you know what, that had nothing to do with you.
You say this out loud?
Oh, well,
she's good at I say it.
I right my wrong.
Come on, Q, don't do that.
I guess.
No, for real, seriously. I right my wrong, and I'll say, you know what, that has nothing to do with you. I'm projecting onto you something that I did, I went through, and that has nothing. You never gave me any signs of that.
I respect it.
So yeah,
I respect that.
She does that in her family relationships too.
Yeah.
Now, that's dope. Accountable woman, accountable people in general. I'm huge on that.
I don't think I've ever seen it happen before, but if she's an anomaly.
So let me say this.
Michael Jackson.
Wait,
please.
Wait, let me say this right to Q's point. I'm not gonna say I never seen it happen. I never seen it stood on. And what I mean is the very next time that same thing happens, it's the same exact activity and then the same apology. So at what point do you refrain from triggering?
No, after I do it the first time,
you don't do it.
Yeah, I can't.
Now
that's just like you
accountability.
forgive a person and then you still bringing it up. How you didn't forgive me?